Hey everyone, this is Courtney with Scraps KC, and today I wanted to hop on and just show you a quick little tutorial for an optical illusion that you can make with things that almost everyone has at home. So here is a really simple version of the optical illusion, and I'm going to show you how it works, and then we'll make one so that you can see all the steps. So I just have two cardboard circles. These were actually party decorations, and I flipped them around. You can see the pink in there. I flipped them around so that the blank cardboard back is on the outside, and I stapled two of those together. But you could use the inside of a cereal or cracker box, or if you have any like cardstock or thicker paper. It doesn't need to be super thick, but regular paper may be a little bit too flimsy. So I've punched holes on either side. You can see where I had tied the yarn and it actually broke through, so I had to create some new holes. But I just have a loop of yarn through each hole, and I put my middle finger through the loop, and then I'm grabbing the cardboard with my hands, and I'm going to start spinning it, and I'm going to spin it towards me. You could also spin it away from you. It doesn't really matter as long as you're continuing to go in the same direction. And you can see the yarn is twisting up on itself and getting really tight. And once it feels pretty tight on all of my fingers, this yarn is a little bit longer, so I'm just going to twist it a little more. Then I am going to let go and just kind of pull out with my hands a little bit. Not super hard, but... So when it was spinning, you might have noticed that it looked like the X and the O were on the same side. That's an optical illusion. So sometimes when something is moving super fast and our eyes can't keep up, our brains try to fill in the gaps and we see things that aren't actually there. So I'll do this one more time so you can see. Notice there's an X on one side, there's an O on the other. They're not on the same side. But when I spin the circle up so that it's going to spin really fast when I let go, your brain can't tell which side is which. So it puts them together and you see the X and the O on both sides. So that's our optical illusion. I'll show you a few other ones and we're going to make one now. So I have another set of circles here. And like I said, if you have a thicker piece of cardboard, you don't have to have two pieces. I just stapled these together so that I would have a blank side on both sides. The only thing you really want to remember here is that you don't want to color over the same spot, because when you're doing your optical illusion, you don't want it to look like a picture over itself. You want it to look like two pictures coming together to make one. So if you look here, you can see I made this star, and when I flip it over, it's on the other side. So I don't want to put anything here because when it's spinning, this side is going to cover this half and this side is going to cover this half, and then they will combine to make one whole picture. You could also do, like with the X and O, you could color on the outside and then the inside. Just make sure you're not overlapping your pictures. So I have a little bit of drawing chalk here, and I think I'm actually going to try something new. I've never tried this before, so we'll see if it works. But I'm basically going to draw a little stem here. Stem and a flower on one side. So when I'm looking at it, it's going to be like this. And then when I flip it, I want to have a nice bright sun that's giving my plant lots of light and helping it grow. So here's my sun, and here's my flower. Now we just need to combine these. So I have some rubber bands here. So you could use rubber bands. You might just have to experiment with how long of a rubber band you want. This is a pretty medium-sized rubber band. You can use elastic. You can use yarn or string. It doesn't entirely matter as long as you're twisting your cardboard circle until it's pretty tight. The only thing you're trying to do is just make it spin really fast. So with the rubber band, I'm actually just going to take my loop here and I'm going to put it through the hole so that it's half on one side and half on the other. And then I'm going to take this loop and I'm going to put it through so that we make a little lark's head knot. And that's all I'm going to do. So now let me make sure it's right side up and we'll see if my drawing worked. Spin it up to get nice and tight. You might have to spin a little bit longer with rubber bands because they do have more stretch to them. So I'm going to spin it a lot, probably 50 times or so. Okay, here we go. Awesome. I think my picture ended up upside down. I could try it this way, but I do think it worked. It's kind of hard to see the yellow, so I might just add a little bit of like blue sky here to just help us be able to make it out. Let's see if that helps. Last time. Okay. Yeah, now you can see them both on the same side. So that's our optical illusion spinner, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys make them at home, and if you do, we'd love to see it. Post it on Facebook or Instagram and tag us. We're also using this hashtag Scraptastic to highlight some of our creations, and if you tag us, we'll share that on our stories. But yeah, hope you have a really creative day and happy making.